Hey there, YouTube yogis. I'm Jana Bozeman. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel here. Today I have for you a 20-minute challenging hip opening flow sequence. So if you don't have a lot of time, but you want to build some heat, get into the hips a little bit, this is the class for you. Let's start at the top of the mat, coming in Tadasana, so mountain pose. You can be standing with your feet hip distance apart, maybe a little closer. Direct your tailbone down, stretch your sternum up as you inhale, arms reach out and up. As you exhale, hinge forward, fold in. This first one of the day, sometimes we need to bend our knees a little bit. As you inhale, hands on shins or thighs, chest extends forward, gaze comes forward. Exhale, fold back in. And then pressing down, stretching up. As you exhale, hands come together at your heart. Let's do two more of these Ardha Surya Namaskaras, half sun salutes. Inhaling, reaching. Exhale, fold. So beautiful for just dipping into the breath. So that inhale through your nose, that exhale through your nose. Connecting movement with breath. One more, just flowing here, taking up space, finding a sense of ease and gracefulness in your body. Beautiful. We're going to start to add on. As you inhale, arms reach out and up. Keep all of that nice length. Hold on to it as you exhale, hinge forward. Swan dive in. Inhale, chest extends forward, gaze comes forward. So you're going to bend your knees here, step your left foot way back. So your right foot is forward. You're going to spin into the back edge of your left foot, heel toe your right foot to the right a little bit. Inhale, windmill arms up and over, Virabhadrasana 2. So definitely a hip opening pose here. This first one can be really intense. Make sure that your stance is wide enough. So we want that right knee over right ankle. You're pressing to the inner edge of that left or right foot, sealing to the back edge of your left foot. Flip your right palm up. Inhale, find your reverse warrior. Breath smooth and steady, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Good, inhale up here. And then a few times. Let's inhale, press that front leg straight. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, pressing legs to straight. Exhale, sinking in. One more. Inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, sink in. Flip that right palm again. Inhale, find your reverse warrior. Take an exhale, sink deeper. And then inhale, press right leg to straight again. Exhale, bend. Inhaling, pressing that right leg to straight. Hold on to all of this. We're going to shift in to our Trikanasana triangle pose. So either hand on thigh or shin, fingertips on blocks behind you. Good. Really feeling this inner right thigh wrap towards your outer right thigh. You find more of that actually by pressing into the inner edge of your right foot. Feel the shoulder blades release in towards each other. Seal into the back edge, that left foot. Let's stretch this left arm up and over. Good. See if you can get a little longer on that right side. Maybe you reach those right fingers up off the mat. Oh, hurts so good. Release here. Exhale, bend this right knee a lot. And then unwind, palms plant, step back to your plank pose. Take a few breaths. Reach back through your heels. Fire up the legs. Use them more than you think you can. And then we're going to shift way forward on our toes. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Bend the elbows. Pass through your chaturanga. Maybe you're using your knees. Land on your belly. Tops of the feet press. As you inhale, chest extends forward and up. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling, extending forward and up. Good. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhaling into this low cobra. From here, go ahead and curl your toes under. Drag your hands back a little bit. Squeeze the elbows in a lot. So legs are really active. Knees, upper thighs are lifting. Press into your plank pose on an inhale. And then as you exhale, take your downward facing dog. We're going to inhale. Lift our left leg up. As you exhale, step that foot through and then land on your right knee. I'm going to turn this way actually. Okay, inhale, rise up so you got a low crescent here. And then we're going to exhale, release our hands down. So melt that right hip down. And we're going to actually bring both hands to the inside of this left foot. You can turn those left toes out and then fall to the outer edge of the foot. So kind of getting into the inner thigh, the outer left hip. And if you wanted to, you could curl those right toes under. So lift that thigh up. You might even come down to forearms for a breath or two. If you're on forearms, come back to your palms. All right, so we're gonna just step this right foot to meet the left foot. As you inhale, chest extends. Exhale, fold in. Pressing down into your feet. Stretching arms out and up. Get back in screen here. As you exhale, hands come together at your heart. As you inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, hinge forward, fold in. Inhale, chest extends forward, gaze comes forward. So keep your left foot forward this time. Step your right foot way back. Heel toe, this left foot to the right. Spin into the back edge of that right foot. We're heel to arch. Inhale, up and over. Find your Virabhadrasana 2. So torso is upright. You've got a deep bend in that left knee. Spin this left palm to face up. Inhale. Find your reverse warrior. Couple of breaths here. Good. Inhale. Back up. Take an exhale. And then let's inhale. Stretch the arms up overhead. Straighten that front leg. Exhale. Sink in. Ah, fuck it. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey there, yogis. Thank you for coming to my YouTube yoga channel. I'm Jana Bozeman. I'm a Denver-based yoga teacher. This is going to be a 20-minute, fairly challenging class based around hip opening. So a lot of externally rotated poses. We're going to get started without further ado. So go ahead and come to the top of your mat. Find your nice mountain pose, Tadasana. So standing tall, your tailbone releases down, your sternum stretches up. As you inhale, stretch the arms out nice and wide. As you exhale, swan dive in, fold in. You might want to bend your knees for these first few here, especially if hamstrings and lower back are tight. As you inhale, lengthen forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale back in to this deep forward fold. Pressing down, stretching arms out and up. As you exhale, hands come together at your heart. 2 more of these Ardha Surya Namaskara half sun salutes. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, fold again. Pressing down into your feet, stretching arms out and up. As you exhale, hands come together at your heart. I'm not going to cue you this time. Just move along with me. If you know this well, close your eyes. Try to take up lots of space. Try to really key in to the rhythm of your breath as you inhale and exhale through your nose. All right, so we're going to start to build on here. As you inhale, arms reach out and up. As you exhale, hinge, forward fold in. Inhale, chest extends forward, gaze comes forward. Maybe grab a block, just have it by that right foot. I should have set that up before. We're going to step our left foot way back. And then you're going to heel toe your right foot. to the left twice. Spin into the back edge of your right foot. Inhale. Virabhadrasana 2. So hip opening pose. Couple of breaths here, just sinking in nice and deep. You want to make sure that your right knee is over your right ankle. These left toes are turned in. You're releasing this hip down. We're not trying to square our hips here. Spin your right palm to face up. As you inhale, find your reverse warrior. Take an exhale. And then inhale, press that front leg to straight. Feel all of this length. Good. As you exhale, we're going to find our Trikanasana, triangle pose. So hand can come to thigh or shin. If you have your block, this is a great place to use it. So hand presses into that block, and then it just helps you to find lots of space. Your gaze can be down, forward, or up. Let's take this top arm up overhead. Feel that shoulder blade release down. Even this lower one, see if you can get that one to release in. Tell I'm working hard. If you want to challenge yourself here, extend right arm forward. If you can't breathe as you do that, maybe skip it. Just saying. All right, go ahead and release that right hand down. Stretch the left arm up. As you exhale, bend your right knee. So coming into this side angle pose, deep inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and unwind here. Let's lower our left knee down. All right, and then bring both hands to the inside of that right foot. I want you to turn those toes out and then perhaps start to roll to the outer edge of your foot. So great kind of stretch on the inseam of the leg here, kind of outer hip glute area. You're welcome to come down to your forearms if that is available to you. Your forearms could be on blocks as well. You're lengthening back through those left toes. If you want a little more still, you can curl those left toes under. Firm that thigh up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing here. It's a little funky lizard pose. All right, so come back to your hands. One hand on either side of the foot. If your left knee is down, curl those toes under. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, step your left foot to meet your right foot. As you inhale, chest lengthens. Exhale, fold in. Pressing down into your feet, stretching your arms out and up. Exhale, hands come together at your heart. So you're at the top of the mat. As you inhale, reach the arms out and up. As you exhale, hinge, forward, fold in. Inhale, chest lengthens, forward gaze comes forward. Keep looking forward, bend knees, plant palms. This time, step your right foot way back. Heel toe this left foot to the right twice. Spin into the back edge of your right foot. Deep bend in this left knee. Windmill arms up and over. Virabhadrasana 2. So the tendency is to be too narrow in this pose. So your knee tracks over your ankle. If that's you, just give yourself a little more space. Feel the shoulder blades release down the back. Feel the tailbone release towards the floor. Feel the outer feet and hips squeeze in. These are really active poses. Flip your left palm to face up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, find your reverse, that nice side stretch, which always feels so good. Good. All right, as we inhale, we're going to press to the inner edge of that left foot, bringing that leg to straight. Can you hold on to some of this action, even as you start to hinge at that hip crease and make your way into your triangle pose. Again, if you're at home, hands on thigh, shin. If you have a block or a stack of books that you can use, it just helps you to find more space in this triangle pose. Pressing vigorously to the inner edge of the left foot as you seal into the back edge of the right foot. All of those actions help you lengthen through the left side of your waist. Let's spin that right palm to face forward. Reach that arm up overhead. Again, you just saw me try to get the shoulders out of my ears. I was a waitress for a lot of years, so my shoulders love to creep up there. It's from carrying too many stacks of heavy plates. If you want to extend the left arm, again, be mindful that this ups the ante. If you can't breathe here, you don't need to be doing it. Okay, go ahead. Find your triangle pose. Deep inhale. As you exhale, find a deep bend in that left knee. And then see if you can just melt that left knee into your upper left arm. Deep inhale. As you exhale, you unwind. So palms come to the floor. Lower onto your right knee. Bring both hands to the inside. Let me scoot back here so you can see inside of that left foot. Turn those toes out about 45 degrees and then allow yourself to roll to the outer edge of that left foot. That's not going to happen for all of us. For some of us, it feels really good. If you're in that camp, do it. And you're going to, in addition to feeling a little bit of a groin, hip stretch, you're going to be feeling a nice stretch on this hip flexor. You are welcome to come down onto forearms again. And you are also welcome to curl those right toes under. So always lots of variations. There's a lot of ways that we can approach these poses. Are you breathing? If you're not, please do. Definitely we hold the breath sometimes, especially these challenging, intense poses. All right, so if you're on your forearms, press to your hands, heel toe that left foot in. All right, so inhale, get length, maybe even come up to your fingertips. As you exhale, step your right foot to meet your left foot at the top of the mat. Inhale, chest lengthens. Exhale, fold in. Pressing down, stretching the arms out and up. Good as you exhale, hands come together at your heart. So let's just do a little flow sequence here. As you inhale, arms reach out and up. As you exhale, hinge forward, fold in. Inhale, chest extends forward, gaze comes forward, bend knees, plant palms, step right foot back, then left foot, finding our plank pose here. Few breaths. Squeeze the forearms in towards each other, feel the inner arm wrap towards the outer arm. Firm the front of the thigh to the back of the thigh, hips are in line with your shoulders. Good, shift forward on toes, slowly take a couple of breaths to pass through your chaturanga. Keep the shoulder heads lifting, gazing forward onto your belly. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, lower. Spread the toes, press evenly into the feet. Inhale, extend forward, lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhaling, lifting here. Curl your toes under. Fire up the legs so the knees start to lift up. Drag your hands back a little bit, wrists under elbows. Gaze forward, strong, strong body. Inhale. Press in one piece to your plank pose. Exhale, pull back. Downward facing dog. As you inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step that foot through. We set up for our warrior two again. Inhale, windmill, arms up and over. Exhale, sink in nice and deep. Inhale, find your reverse. Good. As you exhale, forearm to right thigh, top arm up and over. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, reverse. Good. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep pressing that right knee back. One more. Inhale, reverse. Good. Exhale, extended side angle pose. This time, inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. As you exhale, hands come up and over. Step to your plank pose. Shift forward, lower, halfway pause onto your belly. This time, inhale, low cobra. If you are ready for an up dog, wrists underneath your elbows. Press into the tops of the feet. Straighten the arms. Shins, knees, thighs lifting up. Roll over your toes. Downward facing dog. As you inhale, your left leg lifts. Exhale, step that foot through. So adjust your feet. We're heel to arch. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2 on the left side. Exhale, sink in. Don't be shy. Get into those hips. Inhale, we reverse the warrior. Exhale, forearm to thigh, right arm up and over, all that side stretch. Inhale, nice little flow. Feeling all of the things happening here. Exhale, one more. Inhaling, reverse. Exhale. extended side angle pose. And then we inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, palms plant, step back, plank pose, take an inhale, strong pose here. Exhale, shift forward on your toes. Lower, pause it halfway. This time, you can make your way straight into upward dog from that chaturanga, or you can lower and do low cobra or up dog. Couple of breaths. Let everything slow down in your downward dog. And then let's inhale, find a little bend in the knees, come to the tippy toes. Your choice. At the end of your exhale, you can step through, walk through, run through. You can find a little hop. Inhale, chest lengthens. Exhale, fold in. Pressing down into your feet, stretching arms out and up. As you exhale, hands come together at your heart. All right. If you do have blocks, go ahead and grab them. We're going to come into a little hip opening balance pose, and the blocks can be really nice to have. So you can just have those in front of you. You're going to find your nice Tadasana mountain pose here. And we're going to start balancing into the left foot. So you're going to kind of think tree pose here. Maybe we'll visit that as well. So rooting down into that foot, let's bend the right knee in and then start to externally rotate. So just opening up that leg. It's like a warrior two. And then you're going to take your right ankle, cross it above the left knee. All right, so we're coming into a one-legged chair. As you inhale, stretch your arms up. And then exhale, sink in nice and deep. So I'm releasing this right knee down towards the floor. I'm sinking into this left knee. Flex that right foot a lot. That's going to help. So being upright like this can be very challenging. You stay here. Maybe you bring your palms to heart center. Perhaps you want to fold in and intensify things. This is where blocks can be really nice, especially if you're kind of, close but not quite there. You are also welcome to just have hands pressing into the mat. And then if you would like to, we're not going to go there today, but you can hook these right toes above that left arm. So this is the prep for flying pigeon. So you can kind of just practice that feeling. Good. So let's just come back as we came in. So start to straighten. Go ahead and release. Give the legs a little walk out. That is for sure intense. Okay. Mountain pose, Tadasana, lower belly's pulling in. Start to put your brain down into that right foot. Just bend this left knee. Open up. Flexing the foot, that's important. That engages the muscles around the knee. And then just cross that ankle above the knee. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And then exhale, don't be shy. Sink in nice and deep. Feel that left knee releasing down. Huge, huge stretch in the hips. It's pretty intense. Hurts so good. And again, you can stay here like this if you're liking the stretch. If you want to play with different places, maybe just palms together at heart center. Maybe you fold in. Maybe you use your hands on blocks. Maybe you hook that left foot to the outside of your right arm. For your flying pigeon prep, believe it or not, this pose becomes an arm balance, kind of looks like chaturanga arms. You float that right leg back. We'll go there one day. Couple more breaths. Send your breath to that outer left hip. This is an intense stretch. Hips are tight for most of us. Okay, we're going to inhale here. Start to come upright. Ooh, release. Give everything a little shake out. I actually get a little head rush coming out of that. That happens sometimes when we go from a forward fold to standing. Okay, so from here, let's inhale, stretch the arms up. As you exhale, hinge, forward fold in. Inhale, chest extends forward, gaze comes forward. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Let's take right foot back, then left. You pull back to downward facing dog here, or if you want one more little chaturanga, vinyasa, you take that, moving with your breath. We inhale, lift our right leg. Good. So let's exhale, step that foot through, land on your left knee, and then you're going to walk this Right foot off to the left. And we're going to make our way into our single pigeon pose. So if you're more flexible in the hips, your shin is going to be parallel to the top edge of your mat. If you're a little tighter, you're going to bring this right heel closer to this left hip. And then we start to come down any amount. More important to keep length through the sides of your waist. If this pose is absolutely just not working in your body, no worries. You are welcome to take a forward fold in Sukhasana. You could also stack your shins here. And the other variation that you might find is your reclining pigeon, which is usually pretty accessible for all of us. So all good places to be. So just a nice deep hip opener here to end our little hip opener flow. You might consciously be shifting your breath here. So you're letting the inhale get longer and the exhale get longer, stretching everything out. It can always be really nice to rest your head, your forehead on a block here. The chatter loves to kick up in these challenging static poses. So if that's happening to you, just know that that's like par for the course. You're super normal. So you just keep reminding yourself to come back to your breath. Sometimes it's helpful to count the breath, give the brain a little something to chew on. So you could inhale to the count of 7 or 8, and then exhale to that same number. All right, so we're going to start to make our way out of this. So if you're in your single pigeon, it can feel really good to pull back into a 3-legged dog, and then maybe just open up that right hip, bend the knee, circle the ankle a few times each direction. If you are on your back or seated, you're just making your way to your second side. And then if you're doing your single pigeon, inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, step that foot through, land on your right knee, and then start to heel toe, left foot to the right a lot. And then again, depending upon how open your hips are, your hip flexors, your shin is parallel to the top of the mat, maybe not quite so parallel. So maybe that left heel is coming closer to that right hip. And then keep lots of length through the sides of your waist as you make your way in any amount. How is this side different? Always just noticing these things and never forcing things to look the same. There's going to be little discrepancies side to side. That's okay. Again, you can count your breath if that's a helpful little trick for you, a little tool. Of course, for some of us, this pose just feels like heaven. We've got a few more good breaths in this single pigeon or double pigeon or reclining pigeon if you are in one of those. Always lots of options. Also important to remember, like side to side, things can look really different too. It's okay if you do an entirely different pose. Maybe you have an injury that, makes that happen. Okay, so we're going to start to make our way out here. So again, if you are in single pigeon and you want to find that 3-legged dog with a little hip opening, knee bend, ankle circle, you can do that. If you're on your back, you're going to stay there. We're all going to meet there. So however you want to get there, go ahead and roll on down, hug your knees into your chest. Before we come into our Shavasana, let's just do a few active twists here. So knees are hugging in, deep inhale, exhale, drop the knees off to the right. So they're not going to touch. Inhale up to center. It's a little core work too. Sneaky of me right at the end. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. I actually get lots of really great back cracks when I do this. Off to the right. Good. Exhale to the left. And then come up to center and we make our way into a final resting pose. So classic Shavasana, if that feels okay. If there's tenderness in your lower back, you'll want to keep your knees bent and just allow them to knock in towards each other. Completely surrender. Soak up these final moments. And just remember, a little goes a long way. And I invite you to stay longer if you have the time to be here for a few more minutes. If you are ready to move into the day ahead, you're just going to roll to one side or the other. And you're going to come up to a nice, comfortable seat. So let's bring our palms to heart center and just bow your head. Check in, notice how you're feeling. Notice what's shifted for you. Send yourself, send your body love and gratitude. You showed up, you made the effort, you did it. Good. Finally, just promise yourself that you're going to carry this good feeling with you into the rest of your day ahead. Beautiful work today. Thanks again for joining me on my YouTube channel. There are classes that you would like to see. Please leave me a message in the comments or reach out to me at Jana@janabozemanyoga.com. Thank you.